Imagine a world where the open road beckons with whispers of adventure, yet the comforts of home seem a distant dream. Over a century ago, in the rugged dawn of the 1900s, intrepid explorers faced untamed paths and fleeting luxuries, but visionaries rose to the challenge, transforming humble automobiles into rolling sanctuaries crafted with wooden havens, clever foldaway beds, and quaint kitchens that sparked the spirit of wanderlust. By 1910, the first gleaming motorhomes emerged, forever altering the tapestry of travel. From quaint vintage caravans to opulent modern marvels, these timeless pioneers charted the course for today's RVs. Embark with us on an enchanting voyage through history, unveiling 17 of the most captivating oldest motorhomes that time forgot, secrets waiting to ignite your imagination. Comparison: Piazzaro Touring Landor 1910 versus Winnebago F17 1966. The Piazzaro Touring Landor 1910 and the Winnebago F17 1966 represent the bookends of the script's 17 oldest motorhomes, showcasing the evolution of RV design over 56 years. Tone and historical context: the script describes the Piazzaro with a tone of awe for its pioneering role, emphasizing its luxury and innovation for the early 20th century. It was a custom-built vehicle for affluent travelers, reflecting the era's limited but adventurous road travel. In contrast, the Winnebago F17 is presented as a game-changer, with an enthusiastic tone highlighting its affordability and accessibility, marking the democratization of RV travel in the 1960s. Structure and features: both entries follow the script's consistent format: name, year, historical context, features, and impact. The Piazzaro, built on a high-end automobile chassis, featured a convertible back seat, fold-down sink, and storage, but lacked a kitchen or bathroom, limiting its self-sufficiency. Its six-cylinder engine ensured durability. The Winnebago F17, built on a Ford chassis with a V8 engine, offered a compact 17-foot design with a full kitchen stove, oven, sink, refrigerator, a bathroom toilet, sink, and sleeping areas for multiple occupants, making it far more self-contained and practical. Style and impact: the Piazzaro's description uses elegant, nostalgic language, for example, premium cars, mobile living, reflecting its status as a luxury prototype. Its influence was foundational, inspiring future RVs. The Winnebago's style is practical and celebratory, with phrases like "revolutionized the RV industry" and "accessible to the average American family." Its mass production and cost-effective design made RV travel mainstream, a stark contrast to the Piazzaro's exclusivity. Key differences: the Piazzaro was a bespoke, luxury vehicle with minimal amenities, while the Winnebago was mass, affordable, and fully equipped, reflecting advancements in manufacturing and consumer demand. The Piazzaro pioneered the concept, but the Winnebago perfected it for widespread use. Comparison: Ford Model T, house car, 1915, versus Holiday Rambler, 1953. The Ford Model T, house car, 1915, and Holiday Rambler 1953 highlight the progression of motorhome design over nearly 4 decades, as presented in the script. Tone: the script's tone for the Ford Model T is nostalgic and admiring, emphasizing its handcrafted innovation as an early RV prototype. For the Holiday Rambler, the tone is celebratory, focusing on its role as a high-quality, accessible RV that elevated industry standards. Structure: both entries follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, and impact. The Ford Model T house car, built on the affordable Model T chassis, featured a wooden cabin with a small kitchen, storage, and sleeping area, offering basic comfort for early road trippers. Its 2.9L four-cylinder engine, 20 horsepower, suited the era's rough roads. The Holiday Rambler, with a lightweight aluminum frame, boasted a spacious interior, full kitchen stove, oven, sink, refrigerator, private bedroom, convertible sofa beds, and a bathroom, reflecting advanced self-sufficiency. Style and impact: the Ford Model T's description uses vivid, pioneering language, for example, handcrafted, early adventurers, underlining its custom-built significance. The Holiday Rambler's style is practical, yet luxurious, with terms like high-quality construction and spacious interior. The Ford influenced early RV concepts, while the Holiday Rambler set benchmarks for modern mass-produced RVs. Key differences: the Ford was a custom, basic RV, while the Holiday Rambler offered mass-produced luxury and functionality. Reflecting technological and market advancements, comparison: Conklin, single quotes S. Gypsy Van, 1915 versus Airstream Liner, 1951, the Conklin's Gypsy Van, 1915, and Airstream Liner, 1951 represents significant milestones in motorhome history, separated by 36 years of technological and design advancements. As detailed in the script. Tone: the script describes the Gypsy Van with an awestruck and luxurious tone, emphasizing its bespoke opulence for a wealthy inventor. Romanes Conklin: it portrays the vehicle as a marvel of its time. The Airstream Liner's tone is equally admiring but focuses on its iconic, forward-thinking design, highlighting its role as a symbol of modern RV travel, with phrases like futuristic appearance and leader in the industry. Structure: both entries adhere to the script's format: name, year, historical context, features, and impact. The Gypsy Van, a 25-foot custom-built vehicle on a truck chassis, featured a full kitchen stove, icebox, sink, a bathroom with running water, mahogany paneling, electric lighting, and a rooftop observation deck remarkable for 1915. The Airstream Liner, available in 16 to 30-foot models, had a riveted aluminum body, a kitchen stove, oven, sink, refrigerator, a bathroom in larger models, and efficient storage, prioritizing durability and aerodynamics. Style and impact: the Gypsy Van's description uses grandiose language, for example, unprecedented comfort, ornate furniture, reflecting its status as a one-of-a-kind luxury vehicle. Its influence was inspirational, but limited due to its custom nature. The Airstream Liner's style is sleek and practical, with terms like streamlined shape and aerospace-inspired, cementing its widespread influence on RV design. The script's vivid descriptions, for example, polished aluminum exterior, suggest visual appeal for video audiences. Key differences: the Gypsy Van was a massive, luxurious, custom-built mobile home for the elite, with unique features like a rooftop deck. The Airstream Liner was mass-produced, lightweight, and versatile, designed for broader accessibility and long-term durability, revolutionizing the RV industry. Comparison: Autocamp Trailer, 1916, versus Spartan Imperial Mansion, 1950, the Autocamp Trailer, 1916, and Spartan Imperial Mansion, 1950, reflect significant strides in motorhome evolution over 34 years. As outlined in the script. Tone: the script's tone for the Autocamp Trailer is enthusiastic and pioneering, highlighting its role as one of the first commercially available RVs designed for camping enthusiasts. It emphasizes accessibility with phrases like practical recreational vehicle. The Spartan Imperial Mansion's tone is luxurious and prestigious, using terms like top-of-the-line and home-like experience to underscore its high-end appeal. Structure: both entries follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, and impact. The Autocamp Trailer, produced by the Autocamp Equipment Company, featured a wooden body with foldable canvas sides, bunk beds, a small cooking area, and storage, designed for easy towing by early automobiles. The Spartan Imperial Mansion, built by the Spartan Aircraft Company, was a massive 45-foot trailer with an aluminum body, a full kitchen stove, oven, sink, refrigerator, a spacious living area, a private bedroom, and a bathroom with a toilet and shower, offering unparalleled self-sufficiency. Style and impact: the Autocamp Trailer's description uses straightforward, functional language, for example, compact yet functional, lightweight design, reflecting its role as an affordable mass-produced RV for outdoor enthusiasts. Its influence lay in making RV camping accessible. The Spartan Imperial Mansion's style is elegant, with phrases like mid-century modern design and polished wood paneling, highlighting its luxury and aerospace-inspired durability. It set new standards for high-end RVs, influencing future designs. Key differences. The Auto Camp trailer was a compact, budget-friendly trailer focused on basic camping needs, while the Spartan Imperial Mansion was a large, luxurious, self-contained mobile home for long-term living, reflecting advancements in size, materials, and amenities. Comparison: Curtis, Arica 1921 versus Westcraft Westwood, 1949. The Curtis Arica, 1921, and Westcraft Westwood, 1949, represent distinct phases in motorhome development, separated by 28 years, as detailed in the script. Tone. The script's tone for the Curtis Arica is innovative and visionary, emphasizing its aerodynamic design and Glenn Curtis's aviation-inspired engineering with phrases like groundbreaking and streamlined. Approach. The Westcraft Westwood's tone is luxurious and stylish, highlighting its premium craftsmanship with terms like sleek design and Art Deco-inspired interior, appealing to travelers seeking elegance. Structure. Both entries follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, and impact. The Curtis Arica, a semi-trailer towed by luxury automobiles, featured a lightweight aluminum frame, plush seating, a compact kitchen, and a small bathroom, prioritizing efficiency. With its teardrop shape, the Westcraft Westwood, a high-end travel trailer, had an all-metal exterior, a fully equipped kitchen stove, oven sink, icebox, private sleeping quarters, and a bathroom with a toilet and shower, designed for comfort and self-sufficiency. Style and impact. The Arica's description uses technical, yet evocative language. For example, aerodynamic, teardrop-shaped design, smooth curved surfaces, reflecting its engineering innovation. It influenced early RV efficiency, but remained niche. The Westwood style is elegant, with phrases like chrome accents and panoramic windows, emphasizing its luxurious appeal. Its superior craftsmanship made it collectible, shaping high-end RV design. Both descriptions cater to visual storytelling for video audiences. Key differences. The Curtis Arica was a specialized aviation-inspired semi-trailer, focused on aerodynamic efficiency, requiring a tow vehicle. The Westcraft Westwood was a mass-produced, self-contained trailer with luxurious amenities, reflecting advancements in materials and consumer demand for style and functionality. The Arica pioneered design concepts, while the Westwood refined them for broader appeal. Comparison: covered wagon trailer, 1929 versus vagabond coach, 1948. The covered wagon trailer, 1929, and vagabond coach, 1948, mark key developments in RV history, 19 years apart, as presented in the script. Tone. The script's tone for the covered wagon trailer is enthusiastic, emphasizing its role as an affordable, mass-produced RV with phrases like revolutionizing the industry. The vagabond coach's tone is luxurious, highlighting its high-end appeal with terms like Cadillac of trailers. Structure. Both follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, and impact. The covered wagon, built with a wooden body and canvas roof, featured folding beds, a dining area, and storage, designed for easy towing by 1920s cars. The vagabond coach, with a steel frame and aluminum exterior, offered a full kitchen stove, sink, refrigerator, a bathroom with a toilet and shower, and plush bedding, prioritizing long-term comfort, style, and impact. The covered wagon's description uses practical language. For example, lightweight yet durable, reflecting its accessibility. It popularized RV travel. The vagabond style is elegant, for example, wood-paneled walls, spacious interior, influencing luxury RVs. Both cater to visual storytelling. Key differences. The covered wagon was affordable and basic, while the vagabond was luxurious and self-contained, reflecting advancements in design and amenities. Comparison: AIRSTREAM Clipper, 1936 versus Flexible Clipper, 1947. The Airstream Clipper, 1936, and Flexible Clipper, 1947. separated by 11 years, showcase RV advancements, as per the script. Tone. The Airstream Clipper's tone is innovative and iconic, using phrases like futuristic appearance to highlight its pioneering design. The flexible Clipper's tone is stylish and luxurious, emphasizing comfort with set a new standard. Structure. Both follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, impact. The Airstream, a 22-foot trailer, featured a riveted, aluminum body, a kitchenette stove, icebox, a bathroom, and insulated walls. The flexible Clipper, on a bus chassis, had a full kitchen stove, sink, refrigerator, a bathroom with a shower, and convertible sleeping areas. Style and impact. The Airstream's language, for example, sleek aluminum body, underscores durability, shaping RV design. The flexible Clipper's style, for example, aerodynamic body, highlights luxury, influencing high-end RV key differences. The Airstream was a towed, lightweight trailer. The flexible Clipper was a spacious, self-contained bus conversion. Comparison. Hunt house car, 1937 versus Western Flyer motorhome, 1941 versus Spartan Manor, 1946. These three motorhomes, spanning 1937 to 1946, illustrate RV evolution from custom luxury to post-war mass-produced elegance. As per the script tone, the Hunt House car's tone is innovative and bespoke, praising its one-of-a-kind design by cinematographer Roy Hunt. The Western Flyer's is luxurious and advanced, emphasizing its streamlined bus body. The Spartan Manor's is prestigious, highlighting new standards in design from aviation expertise. Structure. All follow the script's format: name, year, context, features, impact. The Hunt featured a full kitchen, bathroom, and aerodynamic design on a truck chassis. The Western Flyer, on a bus chassis, added spacious interiors with wood paneling and plush seating. The Spartan Manor, a 24 to 30-foot trailer, included aluminum construction, a refrigerator-equipped kitchen, and Art Deco elements. Style and impact. Descriptions use evocative language. Hunt's ahead of its time. Western Flyer's increased interior space, Spartan's plush seating. Each influenced luxury RVs, with Hunt inspiring customs, Western Flyer bus conversions, and Spartan mass-produced durability. Key differences. Hunt was custom-built. Western Flyer focused on space. Spartan emphasized lightweight aviation tech and size. As we conclude this mesmerizing odyssey through the annals of mobile marvels, from humble wooden wonders on wheels to the bedrock of contemporary RVs, these 17 vintage treasures remind us that every journey begins with a spark of ingenuity. Which of these historic gems stole your heart and stirred your soul? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this glimpse into yesteryear enchanted you, hit like, share the magic, and subscribe for more spellbinding tales of motorhome lore and RV escapades. Until our paths cross again, keep the adventure alive. May your travels be as timeless and beautiful as the roads that await.